Alright, in this video we're going to show you how to install an electric range cord. This is a GE oven, but the process should be similar for other brands. Make sure you read the manual for your oven. The first thing that the manual notes for this one is that there are screws to remove this cover on the back that is covering the terminal block, so I am going to go ahead and remove those and then pop off the cover. Now on the terminal block here, I've got 4 connections for a 4-conductor cord. 2 hot, that's the red and the black. 1 neutral, that's the white wire at the top, and 1 ground, that's the green screw towards the bottom. I am removing the screws I'm going to use to attach the cord. Make sure you don't lose those, like I dropped one here, because you're going to need them again later. So remove the ones that are not currently connected to anything, set them aside because you're going to need them to attach the cord. Now, it's very important that connecting these relies on the assumption that you wired the outlet correctly. So please check out the previous video linked in the description about wiring the outlet. Make sure you have that right, or it's not going to be right when you connect your cord. Now, next, if you look at the installation instructions, you should see something about strain relief. This is a clip that clips onto the thicker part of the power cord. So if you slide the oven or move it around or that cord gets pulled on, it's going to pull on the thicker, sturdier part and not the screw connections, which could risk loosening them and creating a fire hazard. So again, check your hardware, but the cable or the oven should have come with one of these strain relief clips. Now, there's a hole at the bottom of the terminal block with a knockout ring that you can remove if your cord is too thick, but you want to be careful and not do what I did there. If you feed the wire through first, you have to be careful because that hole has rough edges and it can slice the insulation on the wire. So instead, if you mount the strain relief clips first, they are nice and smooth, and then you can feed the wire through without worrying about cutting the insulation on the outside. So that was a little hard for me to film with one hand, but I have these 2 clips that screw together. If I mount them in there first and then push the wire through, then I don't have to worry about that rough edge cutting the insulation on the wire. Your strain relief clips should come with screws to hold them in place, but don't fully tighten them yet because you still need some room to move the wire around and get the connections done. Next, make sure you check the installation instructions for wiring that came with your oven. Note that mine says that the outer 2 hot wires can be either red or black on either side, and the instructions that came with the cord specifically say to attach the red wire to the right terminal and the black wire to the left terminal, but if the range manufacturer's instructions are different, follow their instructions. So I'm going to match my wires to the existing interior wiring on the range, black to black and red to red. In this case, this winds up being the opposite of what the cord instructions said, but that doesn't matter. You can switch the 2 hot wires. What you want to be careful about is not switching hot with neutral or ground. Next, I am attaching the ground connector. That's going to be either a green or bare wire to the green screw. One at a time, I am tightening these. Make sure they are good and tight. Check your manual to see if there is a torque setting. Your oven does vibrate slightly, so you do not want these screws to loosen over time because loose wires can cause fires. Here is attaching the neutral or white wire to the middle, and then finally the second hot or red wire to the left side, so I have all 4 wires connected. Once I have the wires in place, it's time to adjust and tighten that strain relief bracket. Make sure it is clamped on to the thicker part of the wire and not the individual conductors. Do one final check to make sure none of the screws on the terminal block loosened as you were moving the wire around to tighten the strain relief, and then you are ready to put the back cover on, retighten all of those screws, and you should be good to go. Again, you're going to need a 240 volt range outlet installed that is compatible with your range cord. We have a separate video all about installing that, linked in the description of this one. Thanks for watching.